What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and oh my lord, that's right, folks, it's the new layout for Begthesda Tales from Vault 1651, folks. You know, I've been talking about this for a little bit. I've been talking about the part of my podcast. I'm going to be taking one of my podcast streams a week and delving into the DSP lore and making it kind of a new segment for the podcast. And you guys know I'm not going to get into what the plans are, but yes, I'm working on the layout. I'm almost done. This is the overlay for the stream. I have to add a few more things to it, but it should be very cool. As you can see, the logo here, Begthesda Tales from Vault 1651, and then just some other really cool things. This is the Snort Fort Vault 1651, set in the post-apocalypse world wasteland of Renton, Washington. That's right. And of course, our boy DSP is the leader of Vault 1651. So anyway, hope you guys like it. More to come on this. I should be rolling this out pretty soon. But anyway, let's hear to talk about DSP's daily rap video from yesterday after his disastrous Street Fighter playthrough, which was just hilarious, and also his tier making stream, which just put everybody to sleep. So let's take a look and see what Phil had to say on his daily rap.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Saturday, the 12th of August, 2023. Fun streaming day, for sure. Good variety. Let's talk, because today the schedule did shift around a little bit, because I wanted to make it so that I didn't have entirely full days of Street Fighter 6 moving forward this week. I felt like that would have been overload. You know, it's one thing to have Street Fighter Fridays. It's another thing to have 3+ days of all Street Fighter 6. I think that's a little much. So, by reshifting the schedule, today we had to bump GTA 5, and some people were very upset. Fair enough. You know, not everything can always work out the perfect way. In this case, it made sense to do it. Sorry to those who were looking forward to GTA 5 today. It will continue later in the week, as we'll talk about in a moment. But instead, we had a Level 1 podcast where we talked about a variety of topics. Notably, number one, I told the full story of what caused that stream interruption yesterday when I was streaming and trying to do my placement matches with Honda and Street Fighter 6. And I told the full story there, so check that out if you're interested. And in addition to that, I also talked about the topic of how Baldur's Gate 3 being so good is apparently freaking out game developers. I don't get it. But we talked about that at length, and I would like to get feedback from people moving forward, because we had just enough time for me to give my take, but I didn't really have time for open Q&A to talk with everyone about their take. So I'd like to continue the discussion later on in the week on the podcast to see what you guys have to say about it, okay? So, great Level 1 show, Level 1 podcast show, that is. And then we jump back into Street Fighter 6, more Blanca. This time around, if you remember, I'm trying to get my Blanca back up to the rank that he was on Xbox, which was Master. Sadly, I had to start from 1-star Platinum. Here's the good news. Despite the fact that I started at 1-star Platinum several days ago, we are almost done with Platinum. By today, we went from lower end 3-star Platinum all the way up to almost Diamond. In fact, if I had maybe another half an hour, I probably would have hit Diamond. Now, I didn't progress as much as I would have liked. Reason being, this game sadly online with these top tier characters that are ridiculously overpowered, like Ken, who literally can play a pattern, get one random hit, and every single time he gets one random hit, he gets an easy execution 40 to 50% damage combo. It just makes it that you have to play so perfectly. And if you make one mistake, like, oops, I wanted a Blanca ball, and I got a jab instead. Ken presses a button, 50% life lost. And it's like, what on earth, you know? You got to play so hard with certain characters, while other characters, it's easy mode. And there's just a lot of people who are playing the easy mode characters since Evo, particularly Ken. There's a ton of Kens online now, because everyone saw that Ken won Evo, so everyone's playing with this scrub-ass character. It's annoying. But I know I won overall way more than I lost. I leveled up a huge amount.
Don't you just love that when he trashes other players? He's not trashing Ken. Let's get this straight. He's not trashing Ken, because it isn't just Ken that he trashes. He trashes Jamie players, Ryu players, Guile players. He trashes us all because he talks about how they use some pattern play and they mash jab and that's all they do, which is utterly ridiculous. Now, of course, you may ask yourself, okay, Phil, then why don't you master Ken? Why don't you play with Ken? Since everyone else is playing with it, why don't you show us how great you are, right? And play with Ken. No, he won't do that. He'll lie and say, well, no, I don't want to play with Ken because it's too easy. He'll lie there. No, it's not that. The excuse really is, well, the reason why he won't do it is because when he'll play with Ken and he gets bodied, because that's what'll happen. He'll end up getting bodied by people. So he'll lose to E Hondas. He'll lose to Dalseems. He'll complain that basically, he'll complain about other stuff. Remember when Ken plays, when people use Ken to play Phil, it's OP. They mash lag. They mash jab. It's the lag. It's all these excuses. And of course now it's Ken is just OP. But if he uses Ken and he sucks using Ken, he'll come up with all these excuses, which won't fly because you spent 2 months telling us how broken Ken is and how OP he is. Now, if you use him and you suck using Ken, what excuse you're gonna come up with? What? You can't, because again, you condition your dents to believe for the last 2.5 months that Ken is OP and broken, and anyone that uses Ken, no matter how scrubby they are, will look like a great player. And if you play with Ken and you suck, people are going to point that out, because I know I definitely will. So that's that's the main reason why he won't use Ken, because then he'll have to shut up and eat his words, which he won't. He'll come up with some new excuse. He'll talk about how the ping that's showing isn't accurate. It's false. And he'll talk about lag and use all those various discussions, or he'll even blame the joystick, which he's done. That's the reason why he won't use Ken. But Phil, if you're watching this, I challenge you, use Ken. Use Ken. I would love to see how you play with Ken as one of your main characters. I guarantee it, you'll be terrible. You will. You'll be utterly terrible, and you'll just sit there and try to spin your lies and excuses, and no one will buy it.
And we're right there on the precipice of getting Blanca back to Diamond. Next time when I play with Blanca, we will absolutely hit Diamond rank and beyond. Okay? So thanks to those who have been toughing this out. I know it's been rough since I started on PS5 earlier this week, and it's going to be another, few grindy sessions to get my guys up to where they should be. But once they get there, then we can kind of focus on other characters. For example, I absolutely want to go back to Lily and Luke, and we will once we get Blanca and Honda to where they should be. Okay? The late stream tonight was something special and different. Tonight, I did a special tier maker ranking over on DSP Reacts. It was the best games of the last 12 years based on my Game of the Year award countdowns, the number 1 and number 2 picks each year. So 24 games were ranked. It took 2 hours for us to do it. It was fun. It was very fun, and it was difficult. It was not easy to make some very tough decisions about what games have stood the test of time and other games did not age well at all. But it was very fun. We had good attendance. I was not expecting to have like 350 people, and we had that for a long time. And thanks to anyone who showed up and actually supported. We got a good amount of new members over on DSP Reacts tonight, so thanks for that. That will go live tonight. So if you missed it live, you'll be able to watch that immediately as soon as I upload, right after this video is done recording and uploaded. Okay, so that was today. Good day. Now tomorrow it's going to be the Level 1 podcast on DSP Gaming. Then it's my weekly react show, DSP versus the internet, on DSP Reacts. I'm going to actually make the playlist of clips for that immediately. Once I'm done with this video, I'm going to go right over and make that playlist, get it going for tomorrow. So sad to say, by the time you're seeing this video, if you've not nominated your videos because you're a channel member on DSP Reacts, if you didn't nominate your videos for this week, you missed out. Okay? So tomorrow, I'm excited to see the variety of videos. We have almost 140 members again. So it's almost, I think that's the record we've ever had. So we're close to having that again. Curious to see what videos people nominated. It should be a fun show tomorrow. Tomorrow night on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, back here on DSP Gaming. It's the continuation of Chrono Trigger. 2 more hours. Excuse me, my voice is cracking because I talk so much today. 2 more hours of one of my favorite games of my youth, one of my favorite JRPGs of all time. I hope you'll be here for that. And hopefully, if you like that vibe, if you like the fact that this anniversary stuff I'm doing this month, please support it. Last time it was very sweet, slow support, so I'm hoping it'll turn around this time. Okay, Monday will be the return of
Phil. Why are you going over your schedule again, Phil? Why? God, you're so obsessed with schedules, Phil. I just don't understand it. It probably was because your mother probably kept you on a 24-hour schedule for your feedings, your bathing, your brushing, and it just stuck with you. It just stuck with you. Anyway, as it relates to that tier maker list, it's tiers as in TEAR, because that thing was so boring. I was watching it with Cheel and we were so bored. I think even what he made, $20 on that stream. So yet again, more content that no one wants to watch. Tier makers, no support, no one cares about it. Chro-No triggers, he made $8 the last time he played it. I'm pretty sure he's not going to make anything tonight. Street Fighter, he barely cracked $70 in tips. So he's playing all of these retro games. He's doing tier makers. He's oversaturating Street Fighter, but refuses to play really good games like Baldur's Gate 3. Just refuses. Doesn't even try, because it's a lengthy RPG and it's too complex for Phil. That's the real reason why he doesn't play it. But yeah, he expects the same level of support every single day and every single stream, which just is not going to happen, Phil. If you want to play Chro-No Triggers, which is a 15 or 18-year-old game, right? Then you're going to get the level of support that a game like that should garner. You're not interesting enough, to sit on stream and tip you and pay you for something like Chro-No Triggers. I mean, it's a fine RPG, but it's something that's good to play, not to watch other people's play. It's just dull and boring. And I don't care what you think about your voiceovers. They're terrible. And you sitting there reading screens of dialogue isn't interesting or fun whatsoever. I don't care how chill, positive you think it is. It just isn't. Anyway, I'm done talking about Phil. Real quick, I talked about this on my podcast yesterday. So, you guys know that I'm doing a daily, excuse me. I'm doing daily trivia on the community tab, right? So I thought, hey, it would be very cool if I kind of try to figure out how to do like a Jeopardy. We could play trivia on stream. We know like King Jat does bingo and stuff like that. I thought, hey, this would be really cool. So I found a way to do it on PowerPoint. So this is all linked. It has sounds. You can customize it. You can put categories. You can put questions. You click the $100 link. It'll bring up the screen with the question, and then you can click on the response after someone responds. It keeps score. It's really excuse me, it's very cool, very interactive, and I want to start incorporating this on my stream. I'll probably start doing it with one of my daily streams. So the goal for me is to stream twice a week. One of them to kind of do the tales from Vault 1651, which I'll have folks on. We'll talk about some of the old stuff, the lore, get different perspectives, and then talk about what we see going forward. And then the other stream will kind of just be reacting to Phil content, videos, and maybe doing the Jeopardy. So what I hope to do is maybe to get a few other detractors to play, get some viewers to play, and just make it really fun and kind of do everything through Discord. And yeah, it should be a very chill, positive time. It won't just be DSP because there's only so many DSP questions I can think of. It'll probably be other detractors. It'll be detractors. It'll be other locales. Just kind of different trivia. If you guys want me to do something specific, like Disney characters or I don't know, something fun, I can do that as well. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.